Tanner Engstrand described the beginning of his journey with the New York Jets as an exciting and challenging experience. According to him, adapting to the new environment and establishing an offensive base from scratch has been a rewarding process. Knowing the players, employees, and team structure has been essential to start implementing your system. Engstrand highlighted that the process of installing the new offensive philosophy begins with teaching the fundamental concepts of each position, making it clear what the specific responsibilities of each player are. From there, the construction of the playbook is done gradually, respecting the athlete's learning curve. He stressed that the training of Phase 3 of the OTAs, organized team activities, are crucial as they allow them to put these concepts into practice. When talking about his time in the Lions, Engstrand recalled that his role as coordinator of the aerial game was to collaborate directly with Ben Johnson, helping him to be the best possible offensive coordinator. For Engstrand, the key was always to focus on what he could do to help the team win, whatever his role. He stressed that although each offensive system has its roots, it is essential to adapt the scheme to the talents and characteristics of the available players. In Detroit, the offensive evolution happened thanks to the accumulation of talents and the consistent development of athletes. Engstrand was clear when defining the pillars of the offensive style he is implementing: aggressiveness, physique, and attention to detail. He wants the team's identity to be evident in each play. Being explosive and detail-oriented will be a priority within the new system. Tanner pointed out that the relationship between the offensive coordinator and the quarterback needs to be deep and synchronized. Fields must understand not only what is being called, but the reason behind each move. The goal is for both to be in the same tune so that the attack is efficient. About Justin Fields, Engstrand said that the quarterback has proven to be a complete athlete both physically and mentally. Fields has been demonstrating a strong work ethic, diving into the concepts of the new system and absorbing information quickly. Engstrand acknowledged that his experience with Jared Goff in Detroit was very different from the current situation. Goff was a more static quarterback, while Fields is a double threat with his mobility. He acknowledged that now, both in New York and in Chicago, with Caleb Williams, the air and ground game will need to be adapted to exploit this mobility of QBs. He suggested that it would be a mistake not to use this resource. For Engstrand, it all starts in the trenches. The coach was emphatic in saying that if the Jets want to be a physical and aggressive team, this needs to be reflected in the offensive line. The work begins with names like Armand Membou, chosen in the first round, and Elijah Vera Tucker, an already consolidated piece. In addition, he highlighted the healthy dispute between Joe Tippmann and Wes Myers inside the line and praised the performance of veterans Greg Simpson and Olu Fashanu, in addition to the progress of developing athletes. The group of recipients also received praise from Engstrand, who highlighted everyone's professionalism and effort. Garrett Wilson, in particular, has been assuming a position of natural leadership and has lived up to expectations. Jalen Rayner was another name mentioned positively, in addition to Alan Lazard and Tyler Boyd as veteran presences. The newcomers have also shown evolution and dedication. In the backfield, the trio Breece Hall, Braelon Allen, and Isaiah Davis have stood out. Engstrand said that each one brings a unique characteristic, and that he does not rule out the possibility of formations with 2 or even 3 running backs on the field at the same time, depending on the situation. He cited diamond formations he saw in college as possible sources of inspiration to create offensive versatility. Quincy Enunwa, former Jets receiver, highlighted that he has heard a lot about Fields' silent confidence during training. He believes that this trust is a reflection of good decisions and well-executed plays. According to Quincy, the difference between Justin Fields of 2024 and what we will see in 2025 will be clear. He now knows that he is the absolute holder, which should reflect in a more aggressive and fluid performance. Quincy also highlighted Fields' evolution in protecting the ball, an aspect that Aaron Glenn also observed in minicamp. Fields showed maturity by playing intelligently, including in pressure situations. This is essential for a QB in a market like New York. The Jets finished last season as the 24th best overall attack in the league and the second worst in ground yards per game. These numbers make it clear that the team needs to be more balanced offensively. Enunwa reinforced that the new technical command will have to test many formations and possibilities throughout the summer, especially with Engstrand calling the plays for the first time in the NFL. Tanner Engstrand is totally focused on building a new offensive identity for the Jets. Since he arrived, he has been working to implement his system from scratch, strengthening ties with players and building a solid foundation for the new phase of the franchise. During off-season training, especially in OTAs, Engstrand explained how the process began with the teaching of fundamental concepts and the structure of the new playbook. Now, with training in progress, he is testing the system in practice and observing the performance of the players on the field. His history at the Detroit Lions also deserves to be highlighted. Engstrand was a fundamental piece in the team's offensive evolution, especially in the development of the aerial game alongside Ben Johnson. Although Johnson received the credits as an offensive coordinator, Engstrand had an essential role as coordinator of the passing game. Now, in New York, he has the chance to show his own vision as the main play caller. One of Engstrand's biggest challenges will be adapting his system to Justin Fields, a quarterback with very different characteristics from Jared Goff, with whom he worked in Detroit. Fields offers a rare mobility, and Engstrand made it clear that the plan is to make the most of this ability, whether in moves designed for running, RPOs, or out-of-pocket movements. The new offensive philosophy will be aggressive, physical, and extremely detail-oriented. Engstrand wants a unit that not only advances with force, but also executes each move with precision. Communication between him and the quarterback will be essential. He believes that the play caller and the QB need to think the same, understand the reason behind each call. About Justin Fields, Engstrand highlighted not only the physical talent, but also the intelligence and dedication of the player. Fields has been showing great focus, absorbing the new system, and evolving with each workout. His silent confidence has caught the attention of his teammates and the coaching staff. Former Jets wide receiver Quincy Enunwa also analyzed Fields' development. He noted that the situation last year, with uncertainties in ownership and a more conservative system, prevented Fields from showing his full potential. Now, with stability and full support, the expectation is that he will play more freely, exploiting both his arm and his speed. Last season's numbers reinforce the need for changes. The Jets finished in 24th place in total yards per game, 30th in rushing yards, and only 20th in red zone efficiency. Engstrand's bet is to bring balance between running and aerial play, and Fields will be a key piece in this. The group of running backs is undoubtedly the most solid of the cast. Breece Hall is ready to lead again, seeking to resume the level he presented before the injury. Along with him, rookies like Braelon Allen and Isaiah Davis bring talent and versatility. Even the non-drafted Donovan Edwards has attracted attention. Despite the strong competition, he showed his value in training, especially with limited opportunities. The offensive line also goes through a strengthening process. Engstrand is excited about the arrival of Membou, selected in the first round, and the consolidation of talents such as AVT, Olu Fashanu, John Simpson, Josh Myers, and Joe Tippmann. The goal is to create a physical and aggressive base, which allows you to protect fields and open paths for the terrestrial game. In the tight end position, Mason Taylor is a high-potential bet. As a second-round choice, he will have the chance to shine as a versatile target. Tyler Conklin is no longer in the cast, which makes room for new names such as Jeremy Ruckert, Stone Smart, and Zach Kuntz. In the group of wide receivers, the highlight remains Garrett Wilson, who has been prepared for an even greater role in the new offensive. With creativity, Engstrand intends to explore Garrett's full potential, positioning him in different areas of the field and involving him in more vertical and situational plays. Enunwa believes that the use of Garrett will be more dynamic, taking advantage of his ability in long routes and one-on-one confrontations. The dispute for the rank of WR2 is open. Players like Josh Reynolds, Alan Lazard, Tyler Johnson, the rookie Aaron Smith, and even names like Xavier Gipson and Malachi Corley have the chance to stand out in the training camp. With so many options and no clear hierarchy besides Garrett, this competition can bring great surprises. Finally, the atmosphere in training is of intense competition and total focus. Each player knows that the opportunity can arise at any time, and that only the most prepared will take advantage of it. Did you like this analysis? So you need to stay with us. This season promises, and the Jets' attack may surprise the entire NFL. Subscribe now to the Jetstream News channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any updates on workouts, lineups, rumors, and exclusive reviews directly from One Jets Drive. And tell me in the comments, Do you believe that Justin Fields will lead the attack with confidence this year? Give the like, share with other Jets fans, and get ready because the show is just beginning. Go Jets!